That shouldn't KO it. I'm gonna cry if that KOs. Actually, I'm wondering if I should maybe even wait for the other Ditto to call or something, but I think we'll be okay. See, that's the Shadow Ball doing super effective damage. Like, Delmize is tanky enough. The Anchor Shot shouldn't be too much of a problem for that Ditto. And then that should put it in a pretty good range. Well, that was a lot of wasted time to get very unlucky. Okay, so it looks like I do need this Sneasel, but like that health was going down way faster than I wanted it to. And hey, look at that, Honedge got a level, so now it gets to evolve. And I'm just going to let the Honedge evolve because, like I discovered in my last video, we just teach it Swords Dance, and then we should be good to go. Also, it should have a lot of hit point EVs, so hopefully the hit points are maxed right now. Then we'll give it the berries, then we'll send it away to the Poké Pelago, then we'll come back, and boom, it should be pretty free right there. So nice Doublade action. And if it doesn't have full hit points, I guess I'll give it like some iron or something and just max out its defense that way. So we can go and check out how this Pokemon did. I didn't get to catch it. That is so lame and upsetting. Lucky Egg doing work. Yeah, I gained like 3 levels, I think. So it was like level 51 when it started. So there should be a lot of stuff right here. And it does have max hit points. So look at that. If you want to, actually, like AFK EV training, because you don't need, like, you can max out hit points and any other stat if you have that power item, and then you gain pretty solid EVs off of that one. So things to consider when you're doing this. Now what I want to do is use the berries and then drop everything else down and then put it in the Pelago, and then we'll be good to go. And Tomato Berry doesn't have any effect, so that should be all of the EVs reset. I think the berry resetting for the EVs is actually even better than like reset bags or any other method of resetting EVs because it's so quick in the Poké Pelago. You just farm that one tree, you get all the berries, and then yeah, the Poké Pelago, once you have it at max, you get 14 berries every 2 days, and it goes almost exponential at that point. Nothing interesting right here, no Pokemon showing up. We still have some time on the treasure hunt, so let's go and get this training going. Oh, does it need to be in my party or not? Okay, so that should be good, and I want to do attack boosting drink, and since I have max level on my Pelago, that's going to be +4 each. So this is where like the math starts coming into play. I think you need to do 63 sessions to get a Pokemon to max, because 4 times 63. However, that's not going to be as long as it seems, because at 63, 31 hours, but we can cut that time in half by doing the berries or the Poké Beans. So I guess if we just do 50 beans, that's going to be 16 hours, and yeah, we can cut it down. So that's really all it takes. So in less than 1 day, we'll be able to have like max for 1 EV. And I also threw in some other Pokemon. I have my Celesteela, because that's going to be an eventual level 100 Pokemon that I bump up with the Hyper Training. I love just Heavy Slam, Autotomize Celesteela, so I have Adamant Nature, maxing out its attack right now. Same with the Glalie for that Refrigerate Explosion fun, and then our Doublade, so we should be good to go in just a couple hours. And it is now quite a bit later, and I'm just chilling here at the mall entrance. I noticed that I can be like the biggest jerk ever. I can be like, no, you're not allowed in. Okay, you get to go back in. Hopefully this is a 24-hour place, so I'm just locking people inside. That's actually kind of strange. So now what I want to do is I want to go to like the antique shop or something, and I want to buy myself a fist plate. What are you doing here? Oh, no, wait. No, I forgot. No, I haven't stopped to reset the Magearna yet. Oh, I don't remember the last time. Oh, no, I don't remember the last time I saved. Okay, so that was really bad because of the Magearna event. I thought that the guy was just going to be there as like a permanent delivery man for whenever I had events, but I'm an idiot, so I forgot about that. Hey, at least I get a bottle cap now for my low 100 grind. Pretty much I want to talk to this guy, and I want to get a fist plate. Now, the reason why I want to do this is so I can use Sacred Sword for super effective damage against the Bewear and just get faster damage with the Aegislash. So that was like the first thing I needed to do. And also, I'm pretty sure like we're pretty set on the Honedge, right? Or yeah, the Doublade. So let's go and also use this Dusk Stone to finally evolve our Doublade and stuff. So after all like the random experience, this Pokemon is in the mid-level 50s. And we're going to see if that is enough to take out the Bewear. Now, I do have a couple of other things planned for this. Like, I do need to go find some, like, wild Pokemon counters and then get this Pokemon precisely to, like, 1 hit points. Now, this is where things are going to get challenging because I just realized something. I literally just realized this now as I'm doing the video. I'm like, oh, I've got the best idea ever because I'm going to use the level 100 method to get my Pokemon to level 100. But as I gain levels, I'm going to be gaining more health. So that means I'm going to eventually gain a lot of health, and then Bewear is going to be able to pain split off of that. But it shouldn't be too bad. Like, you don't need exactly 1 hit points to get really good SOS call rates. So we're going to see. Like, I want to go and apply and test this method. And that's the point of the video, because that's what the title should say. That's what I'm going to be trying to sell right now, is that, okay, let's go and test the low 100 method, see how well it really works. I'm just going to go, you know, max swords dance, and then use Sacred Sword with my fist plate, have the false swipe ready, and that should be pretty GG right there. Some other things to consider. Like I said, I need to get Aegislash down to like 1 hit point. So let's go and do that right now. It's going to be interesting. I have like a few super potions, and I have a lot of berry juice from all of the failed Festival Plaza, you know, treasure hunts I've been doing. So we're gonna see how this goes. Aegislash, does Miltank have any damaging moves against, or does Aegislash have any damaging moves against Miltank? Heal Bell, I'm guessing not, which is kind of a problem. So I need to go and find another Pokemon. Like, I see the Alolan Raticate. That thing should do some good damage to me. Pretty much, I just need to take some big hits, but not big enough to die. And if I go, I don't have King Shield either, so once I'm in Blade form, I'm kind of exposed forever. That's why I like super potions, try to find out those damage ranges, and then tune it to where I just get to really low hit points. Pelipper should be a good one. Pelipper! All you have to do is one thing! All you have to do is hit me with another Hurricane. And then Aegislash should be in, like, the perfect health range. That'd be really nice. But it refuses. And I guess I could be using Swords Dance, that way it's not roosting. Tailwind. Okay. I'm not threatening you at all, Pelipper. There it is. Hurricane! Aegislash survives. That's all we need. We can... Oh, and Pelipper's going to call for help. I'm going to actually switch out, because that would be like the worst luck ever if I can't escape against this Pelipper. So I'm going to switch out, and then we're going to look for a Bewear battle, and then things should be solid. And there's the Bewear. So it does have a low encounter rate, and I do not want to screw this up, which is why I have Pheromosa as a lead, because what I want to do first is taunt the Bewear. That way it won't be able to use anything silly against me. Now it is using the Thrash, but I'm okay with that. It will get confused, which I'm not as okay with. Actually, so I'm not okay with the Thrash now I'm thinking about it. But pretty much I wanted to taunt it. That way it can't pain split me from full health as I'm switching in the Aegislash or doing silly stuff like that. So the Thrash, actually it's not going to affect me, so the Thrash will end right there. And I'm just going to do the damage with the Sacred Sword and see what happens. And then that should be like the quick and easy-ish way to set up against the Bewear. Boom. Perfect. That's all I needed right there. That's all I needed. That means it's not a fluffy Bewear. Oh crap, that's not what I needed apparently. Because now the new Bewear. Okay, good. I was about to say, hopefully help doesn't appear, because what I need to do before anything else happens right now is I need to set up these Swords Dance. That way I can just start one-shotting the Bewear as they come in. And then we'll be good to go. So, yeah, with the fluffy ability, that means I'm going to be doing less damage, so I need to make it to that high plus right there. And I did do the damage calculations with like plus 31 on the IVs for the defense and the hit points. So right now, this is probably a very poorly IV invested first encounter Bewear, but as we get into those higher encounters, we need to have that set up already. And hopefully it calls for help and help appears very frequently. So, yeah, I'm feeling good about this one. I think I already used it, right? That's all of it. Okay, good. And there's Bewear with the pain split. It makes itself even lower on health, and then Aegislash is in a pretty solid state right now. Also, I realized if things do go wrong while trying to set up for the pain splits and stuff, that if a full health Bewear pain splits you and then bad things happen, you can just keep like chipping away at that Bewear, and then it's at low hit points, it pain splits, you hit it with a false swipe, it goes down to 1 hit points, it pain splits, 1 hit point pain split. So it's not like the worst thing if you get out of sync, but it is kind of like a little bit of an issue. So we're going to see like how well the experience comes in with this, and hopefully if Bewear can actually like get a successful call for help, because he's calling for help. And ally just like help just needs to appear, and that could happen or it couldn't happen. Also, I realize this is a good way of like EV training your attack stat, I believe. Wait, what does Bewear give? Okay, so I just looked it up on Cerebi. It does give +2 to the attack, and then yeah, we're pretty much good to go right there. Now I didn't see the experience right there, but hopefully if it's just calling and if we get allies appearing pretty frequently, then that shows that this is going to be a good method for the experience. But this isn't making me feel confident right now, because the idea was how much experience per minute, or like per couple minutes are we looking for? Because we need to be KOing a couple of Bewears. Like we need to be doing, what is it, 3 Bewear every 2 minutes or something? Okay, so I did just watch my video just to make sure I was talking about things correctly, and also I forgot about like the rubber banding and scaling experience rates and stuff like that. So it is going to skew things a bit, but what I did say is that you want to try to get 2 KOs every minute, and then that means you're going to beat the average for the Elite Four by a lot. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to try to do here. I'm just going to keep a really close eye on the clock as I go through these next couple of turns. So if you do get a Pokemon to appear, like boom, that's going to be 15 seconds for the KO just like that. Maybe even 20 after they go for theirs. But if we get like one back-to-back every 2 or 3 minutes, and that's really going to help our odds. Because if this happens, yeah, that means we're scoring 2 KOs in 40 seconds for just like perfect ideal setup right here. So that's going to be the Bewear. And I'm not mashing because I'm talking and I'm focusing on the clock, so I don't want to accidentally screw it up. But like that's all that it takes right there. And then after that, it takes like 10 turns to cycle through other turns. So if he gets another call, then that means we're actually getting 3 KOs in a minute, which is absurd for the experience rate. So see, we get these weird variances, but I think my initial like estimation, I think my initial call on this is actually correct, because it's just happening right here. Also, I was thinking, as we're leveling up, the Bewears that we're facing will be using Pain Splits, so it might be keeping our health down in check just a little on those Pain Splits. And now we're starting to gain those levels right there. So I'm going to see if this one works. Bewear calls for help, and help does not appear. Okay, that's fine, because then we just pop some Adrenaline Orbs. I think, like, after getting 3 in a row like that, we could probably get like 3 turns without the Adrenaline Orb and still find some pretty solid success with the rates and how much experience we're earning and stuff like that. And I think it's also down to preference, because if you want to do the Elite Four method, I guess, like, depending on like how strong your main Pokemon is and how fast you're like KOing them and stuff, you can get close experience rates, but it's not going to be as fast and as efficient as this Bewear. Because now that I have it set up, I can just kind of switch over to a new Bewear whenever. They do have a lot of PP, like Pain Split has 20 PP. Thrash, I believe, has 10 or 15. Hammer Arm, I believe, is 10. And then Takedown is another 15. So we have a lot of turns before we have to worry about the Bewear. Maybe on how paranoid you're basing it off of. Like every 2 Lepa Berries, that's when you'd want to go and switch for the Bewear. So that's one way of judging for it. And also, it's like, how much do you want to move? How much effort do you want to put into it? Because with the Elite Four, it can be annoying if you have to heal up your Pokemon at the end of the battles, if you have to run from one area to the next, to the next, to the next, run up the stairs. I just don't like those little stupid little things that you have to do in between. You have to see the cutscenes, you have to go back to the start, you have to go back in. So that could be annoying for some people, but with this, as long as you don't like mess it up, it just takes a little bit of effort. Okay, he didn't call Pokemon, use the Adrenaline Orbs, keep using the Adrenaline Orbs until another one appears. But look how fast those turns go on those Adrenaline Orb usage. And he has Double Edge. Double Edge is 15 PP, and I think Takedown's 20. So yeah, we're still looking really good on the amounts. Help doesn't appear twice in a row. That's still pretty good, because we can still find like crazy amounts of KOs just by doing this. And it takes a little bit of focus. I think we're good to go. Also, if you're doing the Elite Four method, you are making more money. So that's like the cost. You know, it's slower, but you're making more money. If you're doing the Treasure Hunter every day, or not Treasure Hunter, if you're doing, treasure hunting from the... Actually, if you're doing a little bit of everything. So I'm getting small amounts of items I can maybe sell, like max revives from my Treasure Hunter in the Festival Plaza. But if you're doing the Poké Pelago, searching for rare items and stuff, you know, I'm getting pearl strings, I'm getting big pearls, gold nuggets, big nuggets. I'm getting like hundreds of thousands of Poké Dollars a week. Like, I'm making more off of that than I'm actually using. So because of that, it's all right. And it depends on how much money you need. If you really desperately need money, you can run like 2 or 3 runs on the champion. Like, you can do 2 or 3 runs on the Elite Four, that you can come back to these Bewear battles. Now, the Bewear does have a low encounter rate, so that kind of affects into it. But if I say, let's say, I'm hunkered down, I'm in this until level 100, I'm going to be grinding this out. You know, you can close the DS, you can do whatever. Unfortunately, you can't save during battles, Mom. So that's kind of it. And I know I've been rambling a lot, but I'm just kind of showing like you can AFK the process in your mind a bit. That you just kind of do whatever and you gain good amounts of experience, and the levels are coming in pretty solid. Like, didn't Aegislash start at level 54? We're seeing Celesteela gain levels. We're seeing a lot of other Pokemon just gain random levels. So it does get hard. The experience rates do start getting exponential, and it takes forever to a degree. But overall, I think the method works. I think it is still the fastest experience in Pokemon. Once you break it down for Sun and Moon, man, you just do things like this and you should be good to go. I don't think I have any other closing statements other than, yeah, it takes a lot of time. Like, getting a Pokemon to level 100 was never easy, but all you need is an Aegislash. Like, if you already have the Aegislash set up, then whenever you want, you go out, find a Bewear, and then that's kind of all there is to it. And then you do an SOS battle, and there's always the chance of a shiny. Like, that's actually one of the cooler things, is that you can get a shiny Bewear while doing this, and I guess depending on how much experience you've already earned, and if it's worth it to you to just end the chain right there, you can certainly do that, and there's really no problems whatsoever. So that'd be pretty cool. Let's do a shiny hunt. It's actually okay. So I don't know when I'm going to stream it, but I'll stream a video. I'm going to be here for hours, like I said, trying to go for it. So we can do a shiny hunt for the Bewear while getting mad experience. This is the best thing ever in Pokemon.